How are you?
Doing good.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2022.
Indeed. So what's cool about that set is there's this little Lego tool that you create that comes with it. It's almost like a screwdriver with a socket on the end of it that you can use to pose the legs in different positions.
Nice.
And then you can pull off the side panels, and there's a bunch of detailing inside. There's a ton of seats. There's some snow troopers. There's two snow speeders. There's a ion cannon on a tripod, and inside the head is Admiral Veers and the two pilots. And it has a little view screen in front of them and all the detailing. And it's cool. I love
Oh,
that set.
wow. 7,000 pieces to build an AT-AT walker.
Yep.
And Luke.
And Luke.
See, now, if only it snowed here, you could totally put it out in the snow for 5 minutes.
Right? You can take a picture of it out in the snow. But if you look really close, you'll see a little something underneath it. And it came with a free micro set that is the homestead on Tatooine. And it has a little tiny Jawa sand crawler and little tiny teeny little bits. And I
Like
stuck
the,
that underneath it kind of to imply that it's on Tatooine, not on Hoth.
it looks kind of like that scene when they buy R2D2 and C3PO.
Yep, that's exactly the scene. Yep.
That's awesome. You know, even smaller Lego pieces to lose.
Yep. So it's funny because I have all of these Star Wars sets all over my house. And I thought about this the other day. There was a point when I was a kid that my brother and I sat down and started counting all the Legos that we had. And we got through roughly half the pile, and we had just over 10,000 Legos, and we quit. But we said, we've got somewhere around 20,000 Legos, and call that good. Well, I was sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, so I've got a 3,000 piece Star Destroyer in my living room. I've got a 1,000 piece Rebel Blockade Runner sitting in my bedroom. I've got a 8,000 piece Millennium Falcon sitting in my office. I've got a 5,000 piece Super Star Destroyer sitting in my office. I've got a 3,000 piece Death Star 2 sitting in my office. A 7,000 piece AT-AT. God, adding all those up, I have way more Legos as an adult than I ever did as a kid.
But do you know what I sense? I sense that there's no cat in the house.
Oh, hell no. I have
Hey,
I used to,
Hey,
hello. I
sorry, I
used to have
didn't get the
a
little thing
t-shirt.
come up.
I might actually still have it. I don't know. I'd have to look through the closet, but it expresses my opinion of cats perfectly. And it says, cat, the other white meat. Because as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that a cat is good for is Chinese food.
and here I
Evil
thought it was
little
burritos. So let me ring the group because I haven't heard anyone else chime in, but everybody's in roll 20.
I'm here.
Oh,
I just didn't want to interrupt his stories.
Oh, you could have interrupted. It would have been fine.
it is Taco Tuesday. David, are you there?
Taco?
Ah, David just
There he
joined.
is.
He totally must have heard me mention Taco Tuesday.
Oddly enough, I had tacos today. For dinner, even.
Awesome.
We had Taco Sunday.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Sorry.
Sounds like everybody's here.
Had to
Did
get
you
the
get
headset
tacos?
linked up and everything.
The quest for the taco. I mean, that bad guy ship does look almost like a taco, upside down.
Why
That's
are you
right.
raising your hand, Jim?
Because I was trying to see if everybody was here.
Yeah, okay.
It was back when you weren't here, so.
Okay. Sorry, I was busy trying to figure out how to fit a case of free beer in my fridge.
Well, lower your hand, damn it.
I was actually having to discover, how do you lower your hand?
He's like, how do I do that?
I did a thing, now how do I undo it? Much like, how do you make the tiny Skype window disappear? Because it's super annoying. So, just to go over that, you guys got a really nice payout. You nicely gave Uma's brother his 30% cut.
Yep, yeah.
And you coldly ditched him on the nearest nice planet.
It was a nice planet.
I like how she just giggles at that.
Not my choice. All her. I just follow orders.
I mean, you're not going to call her calls on family matters, seeing as, your family wants to kill you.
Right? Exactly.
If anyone understands family issues, it's ganks. There's nothing worse than a gank Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a gang Christmas.
No, not really.
Gank kids get BB guns because they hope to shoot their eye out so they can replace it.
I want the Red Rider. Disruptor fists.
Oh no, did I cripple my hands? I need cybernetic hands with disruptor fists. As you see a bunch of gank kids, slam the door on my hands.
Right?
Have the bot step on my fingers. So it looks like Alina has rolled a dark side if y'all want to roll your destiny pool.
Yes.
Oh, I suppose you want that, don't you?
I mean, I want more dark side, sure.
Wow.
No!
Start the new year right, all dark side.
No, last time we had all dark side.
And look how interesting things were.
Look at that. Balance.
Damn Skippy.
Until Janong rolls.
And then Janai's going to show up and mess that all up.
That's what I'm hoping for.
So a little chaos.
Barbie.
So have y'all all kept up with spending your experience points, by the way?
No, I still have like 90 points to spend.
Ay, caramba.
I've got 20 points saved up. I'm waiting for 5 more.
See, Uma's just like going to buy an entirely new career tree and all the way down to dedication.
Yeah, right?
All in one shot.
The problem is that it's so late in my day, and then when I go to bed immediately after this, and then I totally forget until the next time, and now it's so close to what with the gym's new schedule and stuff, and I was working late helping Jocelyn, so it's like
But I'll give you an achievement if you hit 100 points. We'll call it Centennial.
No, I had already been at 100. I spent some of them.
I was gonna say, 100 points. You're a brand new character right there, sitting there. I mean,
Uma's been around for a while.
This whole time, she could have been doing all these cool hotshot piloting things.
I
Right?
know.
She could have been
Actually, we
talking
don't.
away from trouble.
Yeah. I just got to sit down and do it. Hopefully before the next game. Jim, you got to keep me honest on that. You got to, you know.
I'll totally say, "Hey, did you spend your experience points?" And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Internet went down. No, I just unplugged your office." I totally should put the Og dude on her computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
It would totally make it super fast to level up. I mean, you can make a character in less than 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, easy.
Too many choices are there.
The only problem I have right now with Zurich is that the alternate trees are not all. They're not all there. So it's like I have to kind of remember. Okay, I got this like 70 points into the or not alt tree. What do they call it? The specialty trees for some of the
The
classes.
universals or
Yeah.
or the signature abilities.
Yeah, the signature skill.
Yeah.
So that's
Once you
not
get
in
down to the
Arcu's.
bottom.
And it's
Oh yeah,
like
Kelly's totally got to check out the smuggler one, where it's like once per storyline. Nope.
yeah.
Oh. Well, I gotta check it out. I've been.
Yeah. So the last one standing isn't in Ogden, so I have to remember that base of points sitting unspent is on that.
Yeah. So Uma, do me a favor and roll me a 1d4.
1d4.
Yep.
Did she come up again?
Oh, come on.
So what'd you get? Since I'm not on roll 20 at the moment.
I got a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to give you guys a heads up, as the job that you guys took was obviously because Uma's brother must have totally said, "Hey, if you can't get a hold of Manx, here's Uma's hollow number." And conveniently, you guys are doing a milk run of a job that should only take a few hours tops. If you can't hear the ... that follows.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a super simple job of you land, pick up 20 encumbrance of industrial ore, and fly it to the nearby planet of Taurus.
Piece.
A milk run. It's never a milk run.
I mean, it's not even a day's worth of work. I mean, granted, it's only paying 500 credits, but it's totally taking care of a favor that was owed for Manx. And conveniently, it's also keeping the favor owed folks from asking around too far of where Manx is. Which I think is Uma's ulterior motive.
Alrighty, then let's do this.
But on the plus side, this is something that you guys really have been overdue. And that's going to a nice, civilized, urban planet. That's probably Uma's ulterior motive, is to go to the planet Taurus. And there's totally the link if y'all want to see it. It connects onto the Mandalorian road trade route and the Hadean wave trade route.
Yeah, looks pretty.
I mean, granted, during the Mandalorian Wars, some shit happened there, but nobody worries about that.
I never bring it in here, and I totally should. Please hold 1 second, or keep going. I can hear you.
Please hold or keep going. One or the other.
Yeah, what could go wrong? We're all good.
Yeah,
We're
no,
fine
we're
here. We're
fine.
fine. As we all go to the same place.
Okay.
Jedi Civil War. What?
Let's see what
What's a one little war?
let's see what the
It's only a
encyclopedia has to
civil
say about
war.
it.
I mean, that means they kept it civil, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As civil as glowy sticks can be, right?
Civil wars are the good ones, right? It's like divorce court when you keep it civil.
So we're picking up the ore from there, or we're picking up ore and taking it there?
Dropping it
You're
to
picking
there.
up ore and taking it there.
Okay.
And it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, huh?
Yep, it's right on the major trade routes. There should be no problems whatsoever. Uma can tell you from
You
probably
can't really
past
sell me on
experience.
this upsell here. I mean, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be
It's
great.
fine.
It's so fantastic.
This
Like
is
the
what the
upsell
planet
starts to
looks
scare
like
me.
minus the blaster fire hitting the major city.
Nothing to
Yeah.
worry about.
That's
It's
just
all
a mild.
good.
It's a mild seasonal storm. That's all that is.
To your left, you'll see a small blaster exchange happening in the planet. Please hold on while the tectonic plates shift. Okay, so
Should I roll piloting?
well, is there anything you guys want to do, before we pop into, the get and go of Star Wars expected media res?
I think I'm good.
Is there any
Equipment-wise.
bookkeeping you needed to do?
No, I don't think so. I mean, probably run a complete system scan and inventory after Avo, just to make sure.
Wow.
Not that she doesn't trust him or anything, but she doesn't trust him.
Trust in Allah, but tie up your camel.
Okay, so you pretty much have done a full system scan. The ship is clean. The camera pans in as you guys are on this mining asteroid. Basically, think of it almost like the diner in Spaceballs at the end. The edge of the asteroid field where you see all the little workers taking their cargo back to this main asteroid for loading up, and you guys have your cargo already loaded by loading droids, and you guys are sitting there just chatting with the client, who's totally glad to have you guys there.
Well, I'm sure. Especially
And
somebody
then,
of our level and skill.
and again, Uma, thanks for doing this solid for me and Manx.
I am paid up with Manx, but I will take this.
Well, he's gonna owe you some Corellian brandy for this, as he does the very familiar elbow nudge nudge inside joke between you and how much of a skinflint the old man is.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
So Paris is the supposed birthplace of the swoop bike.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The more you know.
Are we getting swoop bikes for Christmas? All right. One for each of us. All right. Nobody's busting aliens out of their chest anywhere in the diner or nothing like that.
We didn't order the
Hello,
special.
my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello.
Nope, but it does sound like Zarek should give me a perception check.
Sure, because that's my strong point. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
All right, here we go. Hey, look at that.
As you notice that there's a pair of spacer-looking Zabrakians that just keep eyeballing you guys.
Eyeballing all of us, or
For the
somebody in particular.
part, it looks like your group. Whoever's with
Okay.
you, Uma, as you're dealing with the client. As he conveniently finishes dotting the T's for the cargo.
He's looking at us, not the client. I mean,
He's looking at all of you collectively. Yes, you have a threat, so I'm being Viggy McVacanson.
Biggie McBaconson. All right.
And
But Zarek noticed it.
Yes.
Did any of us else? Did any of the rest of us?
Nope.
So-
Sounds like Zarek was the only one with his head on a swivel at the moment. Especially since
Yeah,
Uma's talking business, and she's like, "You're doing this for 500 credits."
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, this is a gift. This is
easy free money. Yeah. I'm assuming I
the-
take a strain there with that.
Nope. The threat's
Oh,
just
no?
because it's very vague. You
Okay.
notice them, but you're not getting important details. And this Mon Calamari, kind of pats Uma on the back in his usual big, very touchy-feely Mon Calamari way.
So on the bar letterhead, I will like scribble a little note, like friends of yours, with a little arrow and kind of pointing, slide it over towards him, pointing in the direction.
And he kind of like looks up, and you see his big, bulgy fish eyes, kind of like, the equivalent of a Mon Calamari squint, as his eyes like focus down to like razor sharp pupils.
I was thinking the same thing.
As he
Oh my
looks
God.
over
The trap.
and goes to Uma and says, "Uma, where did you park that old ship of Manx's?"
Is he referring to our old ship, the one that before we?
The one you got here on.
Yeah.
Okay.
The new ship for us.
Have I been? I may assume I've been to this planet before. Do I have a? I mean, I would have had a regular spot.
Yep, you have like 2 or 3 different locations that Manx has set up as spots you can land on that are conveniently prepaid, so they don't ask questions.
Yeah, I would have chosen one of those. Probably the closest one to this location.
Okay, and he kind of puts his fishy Mon Calamari hand on you and kind of pats you and says, "You might want to get your crew to your ship soon. I know those two.
Who do they work for?
They're independent contractors, if you know what I'm saying."
Are we talking pirates where
And
they steal?
Just from the way he's saying that sounds exactly like what he's
The impression
hinting
I'm
at.
getting. Okay. All right. So let's. We're already loaded though, right?
Yep, you got the signal from the droids after you gave the loading droids your ship's docking. They automatically went and deposited the cargo in there.
Okay. I'm gonna basically give the a nod and say, "Okay, let's head out."
Okay, so it's you and Zarek. Is anybody else with you guys? Or the rest of you guys at the ship?
I'm probably at the ship.
Yeah, me too.
He's buffing his droids.
He's buffing his droid, and the other one is buffing their lightsaber. Their sweet, sweet crystal.
Clearly, my nose was buried in a data pad reading about Paris.
All right. Then I give Zarek the nod, and we're gonna I shake his hand and
Did he mow
start
out?
checking out.
And he does the whole kind of, when you shake his hand, he goes, "Oh," and kind of places a small little velvet bag in your hand. It's about the size of a dice bag. and you kind of feel the credits clinking inside of it. All 500. Don't spend them in the same at one time.
I'm going to give him a winning smile and, I'm out.
Okay, so as soon as you two start to get up, and your chairs slide, the two piratey, Zabrakians, their chairs kind of like in unison slide back as they obviously see you two moving and they're getting ready to move.
While we're doing this, I'm going to basically calm the guys on the crew.
Okay,
On the
so
ship.
calm in the ship.
To let them know, hey, we're headed back, but looks like we have pirate company.
You need us to come in and intersect, or
I would say, what do you think, Zarek? Defend the ship in the cargo?
Well, I don't know if there's anywhere they can come to other than, if we're in the middle of the city or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically a big chunk of asteroid with lots of ports that you connect to.
We'll be there
as
quickly.
well as, there's a few actual hangars that you can go to, and you guys conveniently are at the nearest hangar.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll just say it's like, hang tight but expect trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on our way.
Be ready. Be on the alert.
In that case, I'll go hang out at the bottom of the ramp.
And remember,
roll
technically,
Ed 209 down there.
any you guys can get the engine started, so to speak.
Oh yeah, I'm actually a pretty good pilot. I could do that.
I can do that myself.
I can do that remotely.
Remember, I can remote pilot.
Mm-hmm.
True. So you can start firing it up remotely, yeah.
Okay, so you two are heading on out. Are you, walking calmly, or are you guys, running for the door?
No, we're calm.
Yeah, with purpose, but calmly.
Okay, and you see one of the two guys, the skinnier, the one, automatically does the whole taps his wrist, and he whispers into his comm, as they're like a good 30 feet away from you guys, but they definitely seem to be interested in following you out the door.
Okay.
Is there anything special you're doing while you're being followed?
As head out,
Go ahead.
Make eye contact, so they are aware that I'm aware.
Ooh, so you're going to try to intimidate them?
Sure. Well, not necessarily intimidate, but just, just the look of, yeah, I see you.
You sure it's not an intimidation? That sounds kind of intimidating from a gank.
Sure. And, somebody might take it that way from a gank.
It's purely up to you if you want to roll for intimidation.
Doesn't know you like we do.
I'll do a coercion, sure.
Okay. Go for it when you're ready.
All right.
Well,
damn. Apparently I coerced really well.
As apparently the two cowardly members of this pirate band are the ones that are at the cantina with you.
Well, I don't want to miss us a scary gang.
So
the
what
casual
would you...
look was a little more intimidating than I intended, but hey.
They're like, they heard about Manx and his foundlings. They weren't expecting a gank. So what would you like for that triumph, by the way? As you all of a sudden give them the glance and you have that Western style, Eastwood squint glare under your helmet meets their eyes, and they both do this stuttered half step for a second there where they kind of both put their hands up mom style and kind of stop each other from going too fast.
Maybe that hesitation gives us enough time to kind of slip out and move in a non-expected direction to kind of work our way not as directly to the location.
Okay, so since Uma knows her way, you're going to take a little roundabout.
Yeah. So that we might not run directly into a party waiting for us to intercept us, kind of come in a back way to the ship.
Let me check
Possibly
something real
lose
quick.
them.
So I'm going to give you a free upgrade. As you guys head out, and you kind of like, they stammer as you guys head out the doors, and you kind of like, immediately hang a quick left, then hang a quick right, and Uma knows the way. And you pretty quickly get the feeling that you ditched them. They're no longer tailing you.
Awesome.
Okay, so you guys kind of neander your way back to the hangar.
And just keeping an eye out for uninvited guests.
Okay, Uma, go ahead and give me a perception check since you said that.
Okay. Perception.
And I have my rifle out ready as well.
Don't you love open carry ports?
Yes, I do.
I clicked it, but okay, let me try it again.
Damn. Yeah,
Did it finally come up?
It finally
I clicked
came
it
up.
ages. Yeah. Woohoo!
Apparently, it was such a good roll, it was taking time to come up.
It was being
Okay, so you clearly know beyond a shadow of a doubt you ditched the tail. That look from Zarek stopped them enough that you guys got a nice casual head start. So you guys don't even look rushed. You're just blending in with the crowd of people coming and going. So what do you want for that advantage and that triumph?
Well, let's see here. For the triumph, if there is any type of ambush waiting, it's gonna give them.
I can totally give you with the success. There is no ambush. The coast is clear.
All right.
I don't want you shortchanging yourself on a triumph there.
Right.
Okay. Well then, I guess for the triumph.
See if you remember who they are.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I pretty much figure out who they are and who they're working for, and give me all the deets.
Oh.
Yeah, who are we facing on this milk run?
Milk. We all laugh.
So just from one of the patches that you caught as you guys ditched them and they went like walking by, and you kind of glanced back and saw one of the guys going the total wrong way because he's an idiot. You see his tattoo on his armor because it's nice spacer armor, so of course they got to tattoo the armor. It's the crown of thorns. It's a little Zabrakian pirate band. You know that Manx has a history with these guys.
As in run-ins kind of thing.
As in love-hate relationship of they love to hate each other.
Okay.
And Manx actually has a bounty out for them for any of his crews that can prove they took one out. He actually would give an extra reward for the crew.
We can't
of course.
call that in.
Unlike other people, I'm like, of course we could use it as a cover if we take one in. I'm like, I'm unable to reach Manx.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this would have been the kind of reward that Manx pays personally.
Personally, okay. So it's the Capulets and the Montagues, basically. And they know very well that I am
a member of his cabal.
Made woman.
I mean, you were going to inherit the family fortune.
It's not a family.
Wow.
Okay. She had a family. They sold her into slavery.
And you got a better family, apparently. Then you killed her.
slavery is slavery, regardless. Okay, so so I know exactly. From that, do I have an idea of what the typical MO?
Their typical MO is they like to either shipjack cargoes or they run up with a bunch of nasty homespun, whatever kind of fighters they have, and kind of ion blast the crap out of your ship to steal your stuff.
Either they try and hit us planet side, or when we take off.
Mm-hmm.
And judging from the two schlubs they had working for them, or that Eric intimidated, Zarek, excuse me.
They were definitely wearing spacer armor reminiscent of what a pilot would wear.
Okay, so more than likely we're probably going to get hit as we try to
leave.
It's almost like getting away from them is giving you a head start.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay, you guys come up to the hangar bay. You type in the little secure code. You know, it's you get that little automated message saying, "Thank you. Your prepaid admission has been deducted from your account. You have 23 more prepaid arrivals." You guys load up. The crew's ready for you. What do you guys say?
Get the hell out of here.
Let's get the hell out of here. And keep an eye out for I tell them specifically this type of interference or attack.
You tell them what their symbol is.
One of the turrets.
Okay. And you know these gaudy pirate bastards. They splash their symbol all over the place. Looks like some nasty.
Straight to the ventral turret.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to the other turret.
Okay, so Uma, you getting the engine started?
Yep, and I'm having R3 help navigate.
You're trusting R3 to navigate, huh?
I said help.
We got Janong here.
Yeah, Janong. Let's let Janong do the navigation then, because I thought.
Okay, now quick question, Uma. Did you pay 500 credits while you were here to have your astrogation charts updated? For the low price of 500 credits.
No, I did not pay that because that's the only amount that I'm actually getting for this run. So I would be spending everything that I make.
Okay. So, Janong, go ahead and give me an astrogation as you're jumping in the co-pilot seat with her.
I would have paid the money and or hacked the system to update the...
I probably would have... Then you can hack the system. I can't. I'm like...
Okay, in that case, if you're going to hack the system, go ahead and give me a computers check.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, yes, you have illegally pirated the latest copies of the broadcasted hyperspace routes.
Yay.
And what's all those advantages for? Besides, you've added every MP3 available of every sweet, sweet jizz song that's come out in the last 20 years. And anytime you can bring up Star Wars jazz, you bring it up.
Right? I'm going to have to.
As you come in the ship and you're hearing doo 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 doo. This was on the top 10 last year.
Top 10 last year.
All right, let me.
As he's plotting of what things that he's done. The fact that this reloading station is now like its AI is now best friends with Janong.
Right. We are on a. We are the buddies that. We're just like, man, yeah, like, whoa.
It's like the best Facebook bot ever that
Brothers
has total
from another
conversation.
motherboard.
He hinted at ties with one of the droids on the ship.
Yeah.
Might be able to hook you up, you know?
I'm not able to date
Forkin.
binary, but my droid can. So if she's saying, she sees the pop up for, would you like to update your record? She's denying the hologram, and Janong's just like, oh yeah, I already hacked into their system, got the updated records. So Janong, go ahead and give me your astrogation.
Yeah.
And there's a
Just
big
give me a bunch
lag,
of, like,
by the way.
blue dice for that.
Well, I was going to give you one blue dice, but
That's fine.
if you
I
want,
use one.
okay, one for the updated records, one for your next action, and how about an upgrade? I'll give you an upgrade.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea, especially like download the latest news and snooze. You know, I mean. All right, you ready? Even with your upgrade.
Yep. You do know, you hacked into some of the orders going around of the. You notice the planet you're going to is actually currently still having a high demand for raw materials because they are still in the rebuilding process. But I am ready. And there is a big lag, I'll just warn you.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Wow.
Because I flipped that dark side point and it took like a minute of me stalling for it to pop up.
Yeah, but you only had one? I thought you had two. Now you're at 0.
I've spent them both.
Oh, okay.
I spent them on Kelly's perception check and she still rolled a triumph.
Okay. That's right.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming you'd like all of those successes for it to be done in an insanely quick amount of time.
Exactly.
And what would you like for the advantages?
I don't know. Give me some good news.
I just saved a ton of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
They thought I was an astrogation droid, but I just slept at a Best Western?
Good enough.
So because of your really great astrogation, you have upgraded files, and you, of course, read all those pop-ups as they were coming in because, you hacked the news network. You know a really, really handy shortcut once you get into orbit to drop the things off where you need to get them. Mainly because Uma was nice enough to send that information with you with the cargo. So, like clockwork, Uma is going to rip out of this place like a hot something. So, I'm assuming you're going to leave without any command and control okay to leave, which, by the way, you totally can do. It's not like they're going to do anything to you. They're not going to give you a ticket or anything. They'll just say harsh words. But you could get into a car accident doing that. So, are you doing that?
Yeah, we're just because I don't want them to have a heads up as to.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and give me your piloting skills. You just need to get out of this asteroid field real quick. Thankfully, you're in the clear sector. I mean, granted, it would be helpful for command and control to give you this beautiful vector, but you're a hotshot fucking pilot, and you don't care about that shit.
yeah,
I trust her.
I'm pretty damn good if you look at that.
Yep. As, you literally look at the boys, and what quirky thing do you say before you hit the gas?
To infinity and beyond.
Later, skaters.
Okay, as you hit the button, the hatch to the hangar opens up, and you blast out, of this thing like a bat out of hell, And you clearly do see there's a couple, different ships that kind of stick out to you for that advantage there. I'll say you recognize the four ships that could be these guys. They're like way out of there. They are circling the wrong places, which is why Manx prepays for hangars for this exact reason of making sure they don't know exactly where he'd be parking. Schmucks. You can practically hear the ghost of Manx say schmucks. As you rip out of there, this beautiful contrail following you as you're ripping out, and Janong gives you the coordinates. You push the little slide and to hyperspace, leaving them in the dust before they even realize what's going on. All they know is those two schmucks lost track of you guys somewhere. And they're, of course, staying in the exact wrong part of the station. So you guys,
Storm.
It was supposed to take a good solid 6 hours to get here, but Janong's totally like, if we cut a little on this planet and a little on this sun, and we slingshot around this nebula, I can shave at least 2 hours off the trip. Don't ask how he's able to do it, but he's managed to reduce the parsecs that are both time and space because, Star Wars. And you guys, of course, pop out and I'm assuming for this spot, is Janong going to pick a safe spot since he knows it's a civilized planet?
Obviously.
Or are you going to be like a dick ripping right outside the gravity well of the planet? Which, by the way, might get you some dirty talk from Planetary Command and Control.
I don't care about dirty talk. Did they know where we were going?
They who?
The bad
The
guys.
pirates.
Apparently not. It feels like they were,
safe distance. I'm not gonna risk the ship and crash. No, safe.
Okay. You guys pop out of hyperspace, well ahead of what the normal schedule would have been. You see the beautiful planets. It's got that horrible planet-wide city feel, where you see that it's completely industrialized. But it is quite pleasant planet.
They're in desperate need for raw materials.
Well, especially since y'all know during the war and stuff, the planet did get the shit kicked out of it. The Sith had no problem just sitting over it and shooting it. It's a Sith thing. The fifth planet orbiting the star of the Taurus system. You look down, you're nicely in the outer rim territory, so you don't have to worry about any of that Republic stress of law and order, except for the law and order that they have here. Which, from what you guys believe, is not bad. They do have, Alina's aware of, they used to have some Jedi presence on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Uma's heard things that there's some swoop races that happen on this planet. Janong is aware that technology is a major export of this planet. You have a lot of different species that are known to be on this planet. The Aqualish, Bith, Cathar, Durovian, Duros, Gamorreans. Apparently Hutts, because outer rim. And one of the major exports, by the way, is an ale that this planet has and technology. Major imports are, of course, foodstuffs and raw material. Henceforth, your trip with raw material. And as soon as you guys get there, you get the... This is Taurus Civil Authority. Please identify your ship and your reason for visiting.
I'm sure that One Calamari that we did the business with gave us specific codes.
Yeah, I mean, basically you're not doing anything illegal, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, so
Here for trade
we'll
good.
just give them the delivering ore.
And he basically asks you to send your information, and in classic Star Wars fashion, you just flip a couple switches, and that somehow magically sends your information to them. And they basically say, will you be staying on the planets for just enough time to drop this off, or you will be staying for an extended period?
I assume it'll be
As
With our
Janong's like,
local
Um,
stuff.
shopping
want.
spree, shopping
we want.
spree, shopping spree.
Okay, we'll be staying for a little bit.
Allow me to connect you over to some of the recommended docking facilities if you would like. Or are you requesting public landing coordinates? Basically a parking space.
Free
It's
parking.
free parking's the worst.
How much are they charging for the? We can do the.
What kind of hangars are you looking at? Are you looking for a private hangar? Are you looking for like just a lily pad hangar? Where you're sharing it with like two other ships?
Yeah, let's just do the lily pad.
Okay. So immediately you pop over there
Not
and
planning any heists or anything.
and for the low fee of 106 credits per day or 400 for the week, you can get a lily pad spot.
Okay.
It's not too expensive, not too cheap. And of course, they kind of like shoot you to their like VIP list of here's who we work with to make sure everything's up on the up and up. And are you going to go ahead and pay for one?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder who's paying for it. Or is it coming out of the 500?
Coming out of the 500 right now.
I still hadn't seen any of the money from the other one yet, so from the other payout. That's okay. I trust my captain.
Oh,
I
I
would've
can
given
hear
everybody-
the trust.
Uma's like,
Actually, hold on, let
it's
me
better if I
do
hold
that.
it in your cyberware account.
Well, I don't have any more slots. I'd have to get rid of something to put something. So at this point,
But
Because
that's
we got a
okay.
total of 24,675 for that deal. And we basically split it 5 ways. One for
Well,
each of us and one for the crew, or one for the ship.
Your total was 17,272 after you paid
I got
Mensis 30%.
Oh, okay. So hold on. What was it?
If you scroll up, you should see it in blue. It's the 17,272 and 50 cents. That was after you gave your brother his cut of 30%.
So then we would have taken that number and split it close to 5 ways. And everybody would have gotten theirs.
Let's find
The
out.
sh-
That
the-
number
the
would
ship
be
gets a share.
3,454 credits.
each. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big payout. Finally, I mean,
And don't forget to keep track of the ship's money. Whoever's
well, that
doing
was
that.
the breakout. So yeah, so that's that much goes to the ship too, right? So
Yeah,
Yep, the ship would get
the
an
ship
equal
gets a
share. As you guys go to this nice little lily pad, the city's got dozens of them. I mean, is there anywhere special you're looking to go to? I mean, it's totally up to you guys. There's lots of options.
Janong, is there anything specific that you're hankering for?
I was thinking maybe we should have enough to update the ship.
So there's the upper city, the middle city, the lower city, the under city, the promised land.
The Undercity. People go disappearing from there regularly. We should go check that out.
I mean, the promised land is a legendary underground city located in the lowest levels of there. Totally not a good place.
6 months later, we finally come back, and our parking fee is millions of credits.
So which part of town are you going to?
We can do a medium, I guess.
Medium?
Mediums. The
Okay,
common folk.
So middle city, the nice blue collar and, low level white collar. where the actual Taurus Civil Authority actually does their job.
Oh, hey, that works.
Yes, so we head there.
Okay, so you guys get there and you kind of land and you see that there's a couple of the commerce ships doing their thing. To the left of you guys is a ship that apparently is dealing in bottled booze that they're unloading as you're hearing bottles clink together, and this Toydarian kind of yelling at these guys to not break a single bottle or it's coming out of their pay. Over to the other side, you look over and you see them loading up foodstuffs. Obviously that they've got some kind of cool fruit and vegetables that they're unloading. And they kind of like give you guys the nod, the spacer nod.
So I'll
Give the
kind
nod
of,
back.
as we're looking around, I kind of meander towards the liquor unload and kind of take a look, kind of peruse what the bottles might be.
Ooh, look at you snooping at the other guy. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Well, I mean, you might have something entertaining.
Yeah.
Professional curiosity.
All right. So perception. Ready?
Yep. As you're just like, it's some kind of booze. Obviously, it's an off-brand that you've never heard about. One of the 664 billion planets out there.
Okay. Wasn't intriguing. Never mind. I figured I might trade a bottle of Corellian for, something cool, but yeah, never mind.
As you guys, are you contacting the client to come pick up their product?
Oh yeah.
Client kind of gives you this automated reply. You totally get the feeling that you're getting protocol droid. At first you're like, oh, it's a human operator. Then you realize, are you a droid?
Well, they know who they're dealing with here.
And when you ask that question, you already know what the answer is. No, I'm here to assist you. How may I be of assistance?
Your estimated arrival time is 2 hours.
How much funds does the ship have?
How much what?
How much funds does the ship have?
They have
As
quite a
Janong
bit.
is pulling up the catalog.
Let's see here.
And how many hard points does the ship have still?
I
Oh,
think we're
tons.
okay then.
Yeah.
Vehicle.
We have a 1300, right?
It's the
2,400.
no, we have a YT 2400.
Hold on.
No. We have.
Our old ship, that was the pre-Manx ship.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the.
No, the 20. Oh no. Yeah, no, that's the Dash Render ship, right? That's the one we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
it is an XS freighter.
No, that's the old one.
No, Kalesia, the YT 2400 was the old one. That's it here in my notes.
XS. What are you saying the current one is?
I have the whole type in class is XS freighter on the vehicle sheet. It's got 6 hard points, it says.
Yeah, that's the sort of kind of looking like a Millennium Falcon type thing.
But cockeyed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Don't you have a? You should have the sheet for it somewhere, right? One of your layers. I could have sworn it was the XS, or not the XS, but the whatchamacallit.
IT.
If that helps, there's a website with the breakdown.
So are you saying that's what we have currently, Jim?
That's what I thought we had. Was a brand new.
That was Manx's YT 2400.
Yeah, that was a I thought that was the brand
Oh,
new
okay.
ship. we got.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Apparently, Uma does not have the correct ship on her. She has the old
No,
ship.
I don't.
Ooh.
Thought she did at one
So-
point. Wonder what happened. Weird.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to change hull type class to YT 2400.
Should I just make a one? What's the ship's name?
Collegia.
KHALIJA.
And it's like 5 hard points. I don't remember if we had put anything on there yet. Oh no, we have the command or the remote Dealy
Yeah,
Bobby.
I don't think
We have-
anything that takes up a hard.
We have smuggling compartments, which takes up 1. We have the decoy buoy, but that doesn't take 1.
So you
Well, and we
all
have the-
have access to that character sheet for the Collegia. Ta-da! See how I do it? I just made one for the ship.
Yeah, smuggling takes 1, and then we also have the slave circuit, right? Slave circuit that allows you to drive it.
Yeah.
That takes 1.
Jesus.
So that's 2 out of 5. And what was the other thing you said it had?
The smuggling compartments.
Right, which is 1. So slave
And a
circuit and the
decoy
smuggling
buoy. A decoy
Decoy.
buoy.
buoy.
But it doesn't take
Yeah,
a hard
that's right.
Okay. I didn't remember that one, but that works.
And its handling is 0. Armor is 4.
So we have 3 hard points left. Yeah, 4 armor, 25 hull trauma, 18 system strain, silhouette 4, speed 3. Kind of slow, but that's all right.
Wait, the decoy buoy doesn't.
It's not
take
the
up-
way I drive.
No, that's what she said. It does not take space.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we have 3 hard points available.
As I'm popping in there and putting stuff in there.
Holler if you need any numbers on Ogdudes with it right now.
You can double check the numbers I put in.
4 armor, 25 hull, 18 strain, 4 silhouette, and 3 speed with 0 handling, 0 handling, and a 1-1 forward aft for
Shields.
shields. And then dorsal turret mounted twin medium laser cannon, and the same on the ventral.
It is nice to be able to copy and paste.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, there's the, if you need it. Yeah, it's a decent little ship.
And then your backup hyperdrive is a class 12. Ew.
Well, it's a backup. But I don't think the main one's not even super good, is it? I think
The
it's
main one's a
two.
class 2.
Yeah.
It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the
Yeah.
worst.
Nav computer, yes. Short range. 140 capacity, cargo or encumbrance. 2 months of food.
Passenger capacity is 6.
Yep.
And currently your passengers are only 1. Alina counts as cargo. Actually, no, it's 2.
How hard would it be for me to reverse engineer it while we're at this place to add another hard point?
Ooh, you want to take the
That's a
ship
lot of-
completely apart? What's the cost on reverse engineering?
7 credits. 7K.
As he's got ship parts scattered everywhere.
Yeah,
He's like, no, don't mess with my piles.
I hope you paid the weekly fee.
I was gonna say that's a process there. What do you need that takes more than 3 hard points?
You never know, man. You never know. We might have to slap like an amphibious fucking shield on you or some shit thing like that.
Well, I
You
am
never
the
know.
queen of the Gungans.
She has to be able to go see her people. I mean, at the very least, he wants to, shave a little off of one side and add a little to another side, so it looks totally different than every other Y2400. I mean, it was one of Manx's personal ships. I mean, if somebody had seen it before, he wants to make sure they can't recognize it.
Formerly called, what was it, the Widowmaker?
Mm-hmm.
All right, how about applying an armored computer core?
Ooh, Mr.
does that
Hacker.
Yeah.
It
What does
keeps
that
you
do?
from getting in trouble when you go to bad websites.
It's a firewall? How much do those run?
8,100.
Well, I have to figure out exactly how much we have, but I know we have at least minimum 10K available for the ship funds.
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't mind.
it's totally
Sorry, go ahead.
Janong just wanting to protect his browser history.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm kind of into the high output ion turbines, but that's just me.
Zarek doesn't need to fight if they can't keep up.
Right. So basically adds 1 speed mod, but decreases system strain by 1 mod.
And
What
how
is
much
that?
do those?
That's only 5,300 and 1 hard point.
And that justifies Janong saying, I need to add a hard point.
See?
Well, that's still only 2 hard points, so. Ooh, hey, here we go. I have holographic shell.
Oh,
Provides
that's
ship-
sexy tech.
Yeah, provides ship with a holographic disguise. A daunting perception check is required to see through a disguise at a distance. Physical examination immediate detects the disguise. And the optional upgrade adds basically to add 1 additional disguise to the database, so you could have up to 2. It is a restricted technology, but and it takes 2 takes 2 hard points.
It's only
Yeah.
restricted if you get caught using it.
Right.
And how much do those run?
That's only 5,500.
Actually, not that bad considering.
See, mine are cheap ads.
Your 2
Yeah,
choices.
but it's placebo stuff. I want to add actual stuff. Like the boosters, okay, we've yet to have a hard time running away from anybody. But like, we need to, in case we get hacked and shit.
So,
I mean, we have
down
you.
for
Why
whatever.
are we worried about hacking? We have you.
Right?
I mean,
He's
yeah, they
worried
have to
about
go
rolling a
against
despair.
but just in case. Why don't we
Yes.
just get a RAM
Well-
attachment and just start running everybody the fuck over?
He is the guy that has that constantly changing alphanumeric code that's 24 digits long based on the tide changes on the planet Naboo. So constantly your passwords are being updated and you have to add it like 23rd to the 4th power.
Right? That's what I'm talking about, man. It's like,
And he's like, I sent you a holo message about this.
So, well, it's got to be,
He is the IT department.
a group agreement. So as to what we do.
I mean, if I want to be greedy, I want a slicer computer put on the ship. I mean, if we're gonna do what I want, then I want that.
I didn't say we're going to do what you want. I said that we all have to vote on it.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's gonna be a voting system, I'll be like, listen, typey, none of you fucks can typey.
That's true. So, any other than Janong, anybody? I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards the firewall or the turbines, but how about you, Alina?
Yeah, I defer to Janong on this. He knows ships a lot better than I do, so.
I mean, and hacking is a bad thing.
We get a pseudo cloaking device for 1,200 or 12,000.
Cloaking devices. I like cloaking devices.
I wouldn't mind having a cloaking device, but we are gonna have to up our what we're doing. We're gonna have to start becoming like a hit squad. Just to have a cloaking thing for oh yeah, look what I got on my ship as we're at the bar, dockside. Not worth it.
Yeah, but you never know when we're going to be chased off planet by a Sith. It'd be kind of handy to be able to hide from them.
Why would we be chased off if we have you to slice them down?
As Alina feels a shadow of the dark side come across her.
Of course, the secondary transponder doesn't hurt either, but that's 20K and restricted.
What 20K and restricted?
Secondary transponder.
Yeah, but I have it to where it's an incidental for me to change it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Because someone went Hacky McHackinson.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be handy if your hologram backs up what the transponder says. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well,
totally to cause discourse amongst the party. As they're all sitting there with a pile of credits saying, how are we going to spend this for baby?
Okay, so we can harden the circuits is another thing.
What is that?
Increases our system strain by 2.
Oh.
And if we do another, if we do really good on that one, then we have a chance to do it. We can get 3 strain increased if we do it correctly.
I like that. Yeah, if we do it correctly.
If we do it correctly.
Which is code words for...
That's only 14,600.
I have to research how much that, but let's stay 10K or under until I, calculate the...
Yeah.
I'm sure we actually have the funds, but, just to be on the safe
she's
side.
totally making sure you've got a budget.
So how about a T9 Stinger Assault boarding tube?
Yeah, we need
tube?
that too.
Yeah. May cut a hole in a docked craft's hull or aircraft.
I'm not pirates.
Oh, sorry.
As Zarek's totally getting ready to spend some points on Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
What?
As conveniently, you guys get the chime that the loading droids are here to pick up the cargo. As there's this beautiful little automated skiff with a pair of loading droids.
All right. Well, we'll get them.
Yeah, let them have it.
Loaded up. Or all Overwatch.
As Uma, are you prepared to sign for the delivery?
Yep. It's already been paid in advance, so...
Yep. It's just to make sure that they've gotten the cargo and the cargo is intact, to make sure that they can't sue you for breach of contract or any of that craziness in Star Wars. Okay, so they hop off with the cargo. So I'm like, there you go. Your ship's on the landing pad now.
That's funny.
It's funny.
The armored computer core. Computer core remains intact even if the ship suffers a vaporized critical hit.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, that
It's
way
the
my
black
brother
box.
can find me and revenge us.
Oh.
I mean, it's all it
Revengers.
does is protect the core from like destruction.
It's
Yep.
a black box.
It's a black box. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So far I'm thinking the firewall is in the lead.
Yo, okay, so here's my thing for the armored core. It tracks everything we do. So every time we shave off time, that's automatically going to be shaved off every trip.
Because you guys have such a great habit of coming back to mutual places again.
Well, you never know. Fine. I mean, it's fine.
Besides, just backing up information that's all traceable information about us when we might not want that.
Yeah, but it's all
Yeah.
underneath my encryption. So, like a second ago, we weren't worried about my encryption because I wanted to encrypt it more, but that got shot down.
See, we got
No,
zero.
actually the firewall and stuff is still a top running, actually.
Okay, so is there any ship mods that anybody's wanting? We'll put it up to a ship vote because that sounds like what is saying.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what we critically need at the moment and have time to mess with, but
Yeah, we don't have anything.
I mean, thankfully, you guys do have downtime at this point. This is a really good time to play off why you have acquired stuff or repaired or modified stuff. Just saying, it's actually a really good civilized planet that the Republic is rebuilding. You know, there's any Sith presence is conveniently happenstance. The Jedi Temple's not there anymore. It was bombed into gravel at the moment, but there's totally a memorial to the heroes that protected the city.
There's a back door we can go find for the temple.
oh, so now we're just going to become temple robbers?
I think so. I think that seems a good idea.
Dun, da, da. Dun, da, dun, 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 da, da, da.
Ooh,
Solo, they're digging in the wrong place.
We could get cloaked smuggling compartments.
Those are really nice.
Yeah,
That's for when the
Actually, I think that's what we have because that's what I have written down. We did the cloaked ones.
Oh, see, I could have hidden in the concealed compartments on the ship.
That's what happens when we don't get everything marked down.
Because the problem is when you have regular smuggling compartments, when the scanner team gets on your ship, they find that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that casual inspectors pass that up. When you see the Imperials, like in A New Hope, when they take their scanning droids up on the ship with them, they end up scanning and finding the shielded smuggling compartments.
Right.
Yeah, because I know that we spend good money on the compartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would think we would have gotten the...
that's what I have written down for that. Like, I didn't have the decoy buoy, but I had the slave. I have the cloaked. Now I'm just fiddle farting trying to get the reverse engineer it. But if that takes a long time, then...
Well, I mean, you could totally, take the downtime to do that. Do you want to do that? That's totally a thing you guys could do.
Like, how long would that take?
It would probably take a good, month or so of downtime, but you guys could totally afford that time to have a screen swipe of that happening.
No, that's okay.
Could also get a gunner droid brain so that when Uma's remotely piloting the ship in to get us, it can start shooting already.
Well, so for that, we also would have to get the what is it called? There's a anti-personnel attachment that makes it a better.
The ground buzzer. It's
The
like,
gun that you see come out of the Falcon in A New Hope and shoot those stormtroopers.
Right,
But no, you can use the droid brain on your ship weapon. So one of your turrets basically has its own mini brain.
I was going to say the slave circuit, I think, allows you to shoot the weapons with the upgrade. Or does it? I'm looking.
Well, the droid brain is nice because you just turn it on and it shoots for you.
Yeah.
It's not the best shot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so optional modifications allows the ship to or vehicle to autonomously use its weapon systems using owner's appropriate skill. Now, we might need to tweak and upgrade that ad to the current slave circuit, but I don't remember if we got that. I know we got the allows the ship or vehicle to move to the owner's location using owner's pilot skill. I think we got that.
Yeah, you've just got the base.
So we need to add the last optional mod, which would allow the ship to use its weapons using the pilot skill.
That would be kind of nice because if we're, bringing in the ship to save our asses, it'd be kind of nice that the ship could actually fire for us.
Mm-hmm.
Pew pew. As you see Uma sitting there playing on her wristcom controller, trying to line up the sights to pew pew. How funny is it?
The ship autonomously does it using her skill.
Using her skill in gunnery.
My gunnery skill?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I think my gunnery skill's not bad, actually.
It shouldn't be too bad. You have a good agility. But it would be funny if Uma shoots herself with her ship.
Wow.
That would be... let's see here.
Ironic, that is.
I'm on the wrong one. Hold on.
So, I mean, if we want to upgrade that on the slave thing, that's fine.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. Let me double check my gunnery. My gunnery is 4 green. And I can easily put some points into getting ranks.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I got a fuck ton of points.
I was going to say, you think you might have a point or two to put there?
Yeah, see, so if it's not a career, how many points would it cost to upgrade 4 ranks?
As Zarek is basically doing a montage of, you need to get better at shooting. Yeah. As he starts firing off these, sort of like a clay pigeon launcher.
How many points would that be?
So the first rank will be 10, because I'm assuming 10. It's not a career skill, right?
No, it's not a career skill.
So the first rank is 10 for non-career. Second rank is 15.
And then how much to get to 4?
So Jesus Christ.
I don't know if you need to go that far.
Wow, she just went totally militant.
Go 2 ranks.
So that's 25 points total.
Okay, yeah. Let me detect that.
2 yellow, 2 greens, pretty good. Hey, we could get a gravity mine layer.
You could totally be Jango Fett.
Again, we have to start becoming pirates or espionage.
I say we get upgrade the slave modification for the gunner.
That should be pretty cheap. I think that's only like
7,000.
No. Not to upgrade the additionals to something. Just a second. Where did it go? Let me figure it out on my thing here. So slave circuit. So choose that. So that's 10K we paid originally, and then the additional mods 1,000 credits.
Okay,
wait, what's the silhouette of our ship?
4.
Oh well.
What?
Retrofitted hangar bay. You can carry other vehicles in your ship.
So I'm definitely voting for the upgrading the slave function.
Oh yeah.
How many credits is that?
1,000. Unless Jim wants to modify it.
Nope. Yeah, everything is commercially available here on the planet. If Janong would just like to do a mechanics check.
Yeah, that's the part where it could get more expensive or not.
And since it's the modification, it is got one extra purple. And apparently an upgrade, because Janong doesn't trust himself and knows that you guys have 6 light side, and I have no
Well,
dark side.
I want to give you back some. I'm all about sharing.
He's
Aw.
generous that way.
All right, we ready?
Yep. Oh, Jesus
Boom.
Christ.
Damn.
Oh,
So do you have the
yeah.
chart to see what else he got? No.
So, yeah, you succeeded on it.
Yeah.
And it only took you like an hour to do it when everybody else is like, oh yeah, you gotta do this thing. And you're just like, no, shush, I do this.
So we have 2 controllers, right? Could you do that to both controllers then?
No, it's the ship. So it's not it's
Okay.
modifying the brain, basically. Or the
All
main
right.
mod.
So in this case,
Yeah, he was watching StarTube videos prior to doing this, so he knew exactly how to.
pull up the HoloNet and see how they did this originally versus what the latest way of doing it is. So, for your triumph, would you like to give the device a new single-use function?
Yes, I would. I don't know what I want.
Critical hit on the first first thing it shoots at.
I'll give you that. But remember, this is the remote control piloting, right?
Yep.
Well,
No,
yeah,
not the
it's
piloting.
it's the gunnery upgrade.
To the slave unit.
So that I can remote.
Yeah, it allows the ship.
Remote
So it's-
QQ.
Yeah, so it's this additional upgrade to the slave unit.
So what single-use function do you want to give it?
I don't know.
And you can totally cash in an advantage for that. That's a blue dice, by the way, that box. I don't know why the copy paste says fussing.
Well, how about we get a blue dice added to that because it's got extra fine that this the sights or whatever is
Okay, and that's pretty much a super fast. He was able to get that done the first hour that you guys were parked and waiting. Before the unloading was even done, he knocked that out.
He's like, we're like, yeah, what about if we modded that up to do this and that? You mean like this? Oh, yeah, maybe.
He totally pulls out a Scotty that he's been working on it in his off hours. It's totally already done in my head. You just need to give me the time to turn the engine off to do it. So if there's something else you want to do, I mean, that's totally within the realm of you guys are free and have the time to do it. It all comes down to spending the ship's money or spending out of pocket.
Yeah, that one was cheap. And just a mod to the current, so it's not taking a hard point.
It's just a little soldering work, and now it works even better. Now it's funny because your astromech can pretend to set the controls and wiggle them as the ship is flying by Uma. And just goes... And is there anything personally you guys are looking for? Because remember, this is a civilized technological planet. If you're looking for tech stuff, it's here. I mean, the fact that Janong is happy that most of the facilities here have actual holographic menus at the table, as opposed to having some old piece of, plexi paper and leather bound menu that you have to actually touch, and who knows how many germs is on this thing. Holograms don't have germs.
That's funny. What's that do?
There's a funny little echo.
I was just looking at my Vibro X mods, like augmented vibro motor.
Basically, it cranks up from vibro to the sound of, Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Darth Emo.
I could totally see folks with vibro weapons to intimidate. They just drag it along a metal plate.
So it's interesting. It bumps it to that mod, bumps it to a cumbersome 3, which it doesn't have a cumbersome at all. But because you're putting the bigger motor on, it increases damage by 1, but makes it cumbersome 3. But then if you go the additional mod, it's another +1 damage. Plus then you can add a vicious 1 mod, which makes it vicious 4. And then a quality -1 cumbersome, so you can get it down to a 2 cumbersome with +2 additional damage and a +1 damage or a vicious mod.
As it now has this little weed whacker motor on it.
No, it starts like a motorcycle,
Gotta kickstart that just right.
Balance tilt for a +1 or for a quality accurate 1.
Or better yet, like an electric guitar.
Ooh, balance tilt with the additional accurate. So add an accurate 2 to that bad boy. Oh. Damn.
And I can smell that apparently the pie is done, by the way, Kelly.
Oh, I'm like, the pie. What?
Kelly's mom silently walked by with the door open, and now I'm smelling pie. Fresh from the oven pie.
Yeah.
Mom made a pumpkin pie.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's like, is that code?
It might be. But the code was I had to eat the old pumpkin pie because new pumpkin pie was being made. And dinner was a while ago. Pie would be good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say that's a good place to wrap it up. If you guys decide any personal shopping items you want, just put them in the text so the group knows what you're buying. And for the ship, is there anything else you guys can agree on for the ship?
I'm game for whatever else. So I'm pretty easy with the ship.
Yeah, I'm totally surprised you're not wanting an enhanced targeting array on your turret.
Cortosis forging is not restricted. It's only 8K.
It's not restricted, but it's expensive as shit.
But 8K, I mean, quality Cortosis with an additional mod, you can add a Pierce 1, so it'd be a Pierce 3. Oh, man. Okay.
Gild your Vibroax and Cortosis. I mean, this is the era that would be important.
Yeah. Well, I run around with a damn Jedi, so we were always getting in trouble with some kind of Force user, so.
And it would make it more fun for sparring with each other.
Yeah, I might have to play with that. I might have to look at my Vibroax for an idea.
And remember, the Sith were here, so people are fairly anti-Sith when they blow up your planet.
Yeah.
So, just saying. Would
people
totally make sense.
On that.
Yep.
Madness.
Okay. So you guys got anything else you want to throw out there before we wrap up?
How many XP?
XP? You guys get 5 XP. because your amazing skill rolls made the adventure very boring.
Right?
I mean, your milk run was literally just a milk run.
Surprisingly.
Thanks
But
to
that was
our
because of our
rolls.
great ass rolls, yeah.
You know, those were really, really good rolls. And on the plus side, Uma's cover is completely maintained. Manx was able to take care of his business.
Right?
Woohoo!
And Manx's reputation, continues with the Crown of Thorns. That slippery bastard got away.
Yeah, that's always good.
They will tell tales of how Manx's crew did it. And do you know he's got a gank on his ship?
Surprise, surprise.
They were, actually.
I mean, when a gank gives you the dirty look of step off, Jack.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Alrighty then. I'm
So
going.
Increase the
I'm
crit
going
to
to go ahead
1.
and spend those points that we just got on a dedication,
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
increasing my agility to 6.
As Alina's been doing her gymnastic and yoga exercises.
Yeah, lots of stretching and stuff.
She's doing like Eon Flux style, stretches and flips.
Woohoo!
Where you just look at the body contort and you just go, ouch.
Yeah. Wow. For 1,000 credits, I could decrease the crit to 1
Ooh.
on the axe.
And how often do you have one extra leftover advantage?
Much more than 2.
Twice as many as 2.
All right, guys. I'm gonna
All right.
shut down. So.
All right.
Good night.
Have a good night,
All right.
guys.
Good night,
All
guys.
right.
Good night.
All right.
And
And
remember,
we
Uma,
will
spend
see.
those experiences.
Yeah, no doubt.
I did. I spent 25 of them.
You still got a bunch.
Yeah, I still have
5 more.
70. Yeah, I'm back up to 70 now.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right.
Good night. And Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh, yeah, and
Yes,
Happy New Year.